If you are looking for growth, if you're looking for transformation, if you are looking to step into your main character era, look no further than the Green Room. It's my signature group coaching program designed specifically for the busy woman who's ready to change her life. With monthly trainings, weekly accountability, and an amazing private community, it's your go-to space for growth, support, and making yourself a priority. If you've been feeling stuck, but you're absolutely ready to level up, then this is your sign. Click the link in the show notes to join, and let's thrive in 2025. Hello, gorgeous. Welcome back to the community. I am super excited that you are here. It is Wisdom Wednesday, and we are 2 weeks into the new year. So all over the internet, coaches are talking to y'all about goals and resolutions and stay focused and gain clarity. All of this stuff, but I feel like not enough people are diving into the most important piece of this whole success thing, okay? And that is, it is imperative that you get out of your comfort zone. There's literally no way around it. If you intend to reach peak performance, to blow the roof off and thrive in 2025, you've got to be willing to get uncomfortable for your growth. And I know this is something that don't nobody want to hear. Nobody wants to hear that it's going to make you shake the room, that it's going to make you feel like I could jump out of my skin. It's going to make you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm going to blow chunks. But seriously, it's the only way to success. And I'm bringing this up because it's only 2 weeks in and my DMs are filled with people saying, Kayla, how do I get out of my own way? I want to try this, but it makes me feel really uncomfortable. Why is it so hard to get out of my comfort zone? I was like, oh, we got to address this. And the reason it's so hard to get uncomfortable, it's not just that we feel confident and competent, like we're a machine, I could do this with my eyes closed, I got this. It's because of fear. Now, everybody's reason is going to be different, but basically everything boils down to leaving your comfort zone is hard because we're afraid. We're afraid of failure. We're afraid of rejection, and we're afraid of change. And so in today's video, we're going to break down each of those. I'm going to give you a mindset reset to help you reframe each one of those fears. And hopefully, by the end of this video, you will have some things in your pocket to help you be ready to take massive change or maybe even small steps toward the life of your dreams, okay? Cool. Grab a pen and tag a friend. And y'all know when I say that, it's about to go down, okay? So the first is the basic fear of failure. And I don't want you to be ashamed about this because we all feel it on some level. Like, nobody wants to be disappointed in themselves or embarrassed because they set this big, huge goal and then they didn't make it publicly. Nobody wants to be in a position where they feel like they are incapable or incompetent or people are looking to them for answers that they don't have. Nobody wants that. But I challenge you to reframe failure. So many times we take on failure as an identity, right? We were like, this means something about me when you don't reach your goal. But in reality, it's probably about your strategy or lack of a plan or the way you went about it. So failure is feedback. Failure is research. Failure is data. It's not drama. This is not meant to be something that makes you spiral into this whole pile of oblivion. It's meant to be something to help you research, pull together all this information so that when you start again, you're building from experience, not from scratch. I like to think of it like a GPS because, y'all, I cannot get my way out of a wet paper sack. That is just not my ministry, okay? So I use my GPS to go everywhere. And when you're going somewhere and you're listening to music or a podcast or talking and you miss your turn, your GPS doesn't say, what are you doing, you big dummy? Just go back home. Why did you think you could ever make it to this place? No. Your GPS says recalculating. Your GPS gives you the next step down the road or 2 streets over or the next exit, and it puts you back on track for where you want to go. So when you fail, you are recalculating. Somebody drop, I'm recalculating down in the chat. You're recalculating. You haven't changed the goal. You haven't changed your definition or your destination. What you have changed is the route. So we are recalculating. Failure is feedback. Got it? Cool. Moving on to number 2, we fear rejection. We're scared of it. We're scared of somebody to tell us no. Nobody wants to feel cast aside or unwanted. But let me be clear with you. If you don't put yourself out there, the answer is always no. Always no. If you don't try, if you don't ask the girl or guy for a date, if you don't apply for the promotion, you're never going to get it. Nothing's going to just fall in your lap. You're going to have to put in some effort. I posted yesterday. You cannot expect next level blessings for bare minimum effort. It's not the way it works. So I want you to remember, mindset reframe, right? Rejection is not typically about you. Whoever is doing the choosing, the picking, the onboarding, it has something to do with their circumstances, with their perspective, or with their preference. But it's not necessarily about you. And it doesn't mean we don't get to work on ourselves and prep ourselves for the next round, right? It just means that it wasn't our turn yet. Yet is a 3-letter word that is so freaking powerful. I haven't found love yet. I haven't gotten a new job yet. I haven't gotten a scholarship yet. I haven't been accepted to school yet. But when you say yet, it changes your perspective and it changes the possibilities. I also want to encourage you to consider that rejection is God's protection. Whew, that'll preach. Rejection is God's protection. I say this and I don't say it lightly. Every single time I have wanted something that did not work out for me or did not go my way, God has replaced it with something better. Every single time. And I know that might not be somebody else's testimony. I can only speak for myself. But when something doesn't happen for me the way I want it to happen, I always say now, God, thank you so much for whatever is in store for me. It's going to blow my mind. Have y'all seen those videos where the girl has a teddy bear and the guy keeps coming down? It's like it's like a maintenance worker. He keeps handing her a bigger bear and a bigger bear and a bigger bear. And finally he brings out one that's like twice the size of her body. If we don't let go of the old thing, God cannot give us the bigger thing. Stop holding on to stuff. If you get rejected from something, let it go without any resistance. Okay? Got it? Cool. In the meantime, I want you to start asking for stuff that you know that people are going to say no to. Like, this is my favorite thing to do. Ask for a discount at the store. Do you have a promo code for that? Can I get 4 tires for the price of 3? How about 2 pizzas instead of 1? Oh, I only want to pay for 1. Get into the habit of people telling you no, so that when people say no to the big things, it's not such a big blow. And you never know. Sometimes God's got something for you, you just didn't ask. So there's that. Okay? And the last is a general fear of change, which again is normal. It's the reason why we stay in dead-end relationships and dead-end jobs and dead-end friendships and situations that we really don't want any part of anymore. But we are we have an affinity for the predictable. We are just okay with, you know what, it's not going to be perfect, but at least I know what to expect. And so we keep doing stuff. And so I want to think about this. You know that a change is necessary in order for you to be happy, in order for you to grow, in order for you to blow the roof off of it, right? But you're scared because you don't know what that change looks like. Riddle me this. In 6 months, you can have 6 months worth of progress, or we can have 6 months worth of excuses. So what happens if I sit and do nothing? What happens to me emotionally, mentally, physically, financially? What am I losing by staying still? Versus what could happen if I apply myself, if I push myself, if I go for the promotion, if I ask a girl, if I start getting out of the house, if I, start saving money and I get out of debt. Like, what could happen in those 6 months? And then you think about the power and the potential that is packed inside of that what if, and then you go for it. And sometimes that means you secure some accountability. So somebody says, you said you wanted to lose the weight. You said you wanted to save money. You said you wanted to get out of the house. Maybe you need somebody that is pushing you toward the life of your dreams. And it can't always be your best friend from the 8th grade, because if she could help you, sis, you wouldn't be watching this video this far in. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being real, okay? I'm keeping it real with y'all all 2025. If you don't like it, unfollow now because y'all is only going to get more real, okay? So that's just another thing to consider is that what do I lose if I stay the same? And what do I potentially gain if I try? And again, we go back to if you don't put yourself out there, if you don't make any changes, you're going to get nothing. Absolutely nothing. So as we embrace 2025, as we start stepping out of our comfort zones, I want to invite you to come hang out with me in the green room. It's the place I'm getting the most uncomfortable in 2025 because I plan to blow the roof off this thing. There you are going to secure that accountability. There you're going to get sisterhood and community, and you're going to get trainings and workshops. Every single one that I do in 2025, if you're in the green room, it's yours, baby, and you get the lifetime access. So you can ask me questions. I'm going to hold you accountable. You're going to get the group that is cheering you on. You're going to have a hub of personal growth, people who are like-minded, who want what you want. Maybe not exactly your goals, but people who are also in the midst of transformation, who understand the fear, who understand the uncertainty, and who are willing to take the risk. And I'll be there to cheer you on. So I'm going to drop the link for the green room below. If you don't want everybody to know you clicked it, you should say green room in my DMs. It is the sweetest little quaintest community, and I am so in love with it. And I would love for you to hang out with me there, okay? All right, if you watched this far, drop your favorite green emoji. And I want you to share with me something that you plan to do to get a little bit uncomfortable and stretch yourself toward the life of your dreams this year, okay? I love y'all. Have an excellent week on purpose, and we all will chat in the next one.